more than a year into the coronavirus crisis, and many are feeling pandemic fatigue. Thank you for staying with us this afternoon. I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Brian Abel, the wife of a local doctor, now sharing her story so you'll keep your guard up. 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig live in Ann Arbor for us with this family's COVID battle and their road to recovery. Kim?
Yes, Brian. Brooks says that COVID-19 was a real battle for her husband, a physician himself. But with every inch that he got better here at Michigan Medicine, she says it felt more like a mile.
I feel like if people don't wear their mask or do the right thing, then this isn't going to go away.
And Brooke Vovchuk is not alone in her concern that the virus will continue to mutate into stronger strains that are more contagious. And she knows what COVID-19 can do to its victims.
We haven't traveled. We hadn't done anything. That's all he had done is gone to work.
Brooke's husband, Eugene Vovchuk, is a physician at a Detroit hospital, but it's not clear where he contracted coronavirus. It began as a fever, and about a week later, Eugene was on a ventilator and being life-flighted to Michigan Medicine in Ann Arbor, where Eugene did his training in ICU. And not long after he arrived, Brooke remembers she and one of their little girls began to cough.
I was thinking in my head, well, what if I have to go into the hospital? Who's going to take care of my children? Do I hand them off to my parents and kill my parents because they have to take care of my COVID children? Because they would obviously have it if I have it.
Over the next few weeks, Brooke says she couldn't help but think of the what ifs.
The big, what if he doesn't make it? And, that was pretty scary, like thinking that I'd have to plan a funeral for the father of my 2 little girls. And nobody could go.
Then one day, Brooke says friends held a Zoom party for her birthday, and before it was over, they prayed, and amazingly, the next day, her husband was taken off the ventilator. Brooke remembers seeing her husband being wheeled out of the hospital.
I just remember seeing him, and, I gave him a hug, it was just, and he's like, "Are you ready to go home?" And I said, "Yeah," and that's when the tears started to pour because he finally was coming home.
And when it comes to people feeling a sort of pandemic fatigue, Brooke says she gets it, and she believes in the vaccines and masking up to protect yourself and others so more of us can see all of this to the end.
I see a lot of people walking around where they have their mask below their nose or doing this or that, and you understand, it's hard, but, I don't like wearing a mask either, but I do it because I have to. And, I'm going to continue to do that until I don't have to anymore. So I hope that day comes.
And after being released from Michigan Medicine here, Brooke's husband spent about 6 months recovering at home. She says he still has some lingering heart issues, but his kidneys are just about back to normal. And Eugene is only 39 years old. Reporting live in Ann Arbor, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News. Glenda, back to you.
So glad he made it home to his family. Kim, thank you for that report.